hickets right here, we get loose.
Why don't you go over there and get me a drink there, sweetheart?
Hey, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
one. Put that track on.
Put that one back on.
Yeah, put on that we like that jazzy track.
I want to hear that jazzy tune, you know, the one with the horns. Hey, yeah, that's the one.
Get loose. Right here, we get loose.
Hello, did you bring your wolves? I love it. What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing fantastic today. I know I am, in a way, in another way, not so much. Anyway, let's get going. Today, guys, happy Big Bang Rumble Club round 2. I'm joined by Kevin, aka PrimeRogue, and yeah, how are you, buddy? I hope you're keeping well. Let me turn the music down. Give me 1 sec, there, bro. There you go. So how's it, bro? Welcome.
I'm well. How are you doing, my friend?
Yeah, good, man. Good. Just that issue with my arm I was telling you before. Otherwise, a little loud for your voices. Music a little loud. Is this fixed now, Olga? Is after I turn it down? Is it good now, or is it sorted? Not sorted, I mean. It's good now. Sweet. Okay. Hi, Elsie. How you doing? What's up, everybody? Boom Shankar, Olga, Ronald Kuhlman, Full Hair Slayer, Matt Jonas. What up, buddy? Hey, your caps are cool, man. You're saying hi. It's nice. It's good to shout out to everybody. Hey, back in the old days, people used to stand on top of mountains and shout to each other hello. Beantown, my man. I hope you're keeping well. It might be. Let's go. Hey, Ludalu, my man. The Ludalu is our reigning round 1 champion, guys. He won round 1, which was last Saturday, which was fantastic. A lot of fun. And today we're going to do round 2. We're going to start off pretty soon. What we're going to do now, though, is we're going to start a grubfish exclamation mark play with your wallets. Get in a grubby. We're going to start off one grubby, and we're going to be giving away some Crew Tune stickers in this grubfish. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm getting the back off side of the game ready. And today you're just gonna have Grace and a number. You're not gonna have your name there, unfortunately. There's so many other things going on. That part of it slipped my mind until about a minute ago, and I could do it, but it would take quite some time. So I'd rather just get it on straight after the scrubby. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. The improvements you guys have made to the graphical interface since you first showed it to me have been so cool.
Thanks, dude. Like, and you know, even we've been so busy with other things that, for example, I don't have the font downloaded on my PC, which I should have, which means that you're actually probably not going to get the full effect, and it actually doesn't look as cool as it's supposed to. So right now, while you guys are loading up the scrubby, I'm looking for that font. Because I want it to look the way it should, and I do have it. It's just wherever I gave it to BMac, I can't remember where it was. I just gotta find it. You know, one of those things.
Yeah, no, that's how it rolls.
That's it, man. Yeah, so looking forward to. I'm gonna talk about quickly what we're gonna talk about laterwards. Laterwards is a new word for you guys.
Later words.
So after,
well, they will literally be later words.
It would be, yeah. So what we're gonna do is Kev released a video about his thoughts on the OIG, which is the upcoming vote, basically for the guys who decides which guilds take charge of the block producing. Kevin will explain more about it later on, and why he thinks what he thinks, and yeah, that'll come later on. It's going to be something quite controversial and exciting to watch, I think. So yeah, do stick around for that. And it's not excitement or controversy that I'm trying to create either by doing this, guys. We're doing it because I think that it's going to come across in a better fashion than perhaps the way it did last night, because with two people on a stream as opposed to just one person, you can stay also very much on topic.
Do we get to speak 6 languages?
No, not today. But I do really damn respect what you did there. I have to say, I really do. I think that it's awesome. And guys, if you do watch it and when it gets to the other languages, it's not over for you. If you want to skip that and go to, if you want, because you should watch it and have a laugh. It's brilliant. And then listen to the rest that he speaks about in between that, you know, between each thing. So it was something I actually thought it was over at that point when he changed over. The first time when I think you went to French first, and you absolutely owned that one. I guess you speak French.
Oui, je parle français.
There you go. Yeah. Alright, so it's not there. I'm just seriously searching away for this font. So yeah, guys, get in there with the rumbles. We've got Grace fighting tonight. Very, very cool.
I picked one up off secondary. It's dope.
Oh, fair play to you. You did indeed. I saw Ben from NFT Hive did as well, and I saw LC2 also picked one up off the market. Guys, you should get the drops. You know, get the drops.
But I was sleeping.
Yeah, fair. Where is this? Oh, I know where to look for the font actually, for a much quicker read where I got it from. As opposed to where I sent it to. Well done, guys. Welcome to the stream, whoever that was. I didn't get to see who that was. Aaron, how's it going? Mocha Twitter, what's up? And Arik, what up, buddy? How are you doing today?
So many great people in the house.
Oh yeah, and it's early yet. We've only just started. What up, Penny Bags? How are you? Okay, so we are looking for. Okay, there it is. I'm so glad it's not in. Oh, it is. Guys, you guys ready to rock and roll with this rumble? How are you thinking? There's enough in there, right? Everybody should be there, so let's go. If you're not in there, guys, exclamation mark play with your wallet. I'll give you like 10 seconds, and if I don't see any change in it, I'll flick it over. But where is the download button for this font?
But I'm just here as your sidekick.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. I'm gonna make strange vocal things.
That'll do. that'll do quite nicely actually. Maybe it's here. Yeah. No. Oh well, it's all in a different language, so I'm not gonna. I don't know what to press, so I'm not doing it. Oh, there we go. I could change the language. Never mind.
But that feature is generally enabled in most decent pieces of software today.
Facts. Yes. Oh, there it is. Okay. Oh, do I have Windows 11 or 10? I don't think I have 11 yet. I don't remember.
Why should it matter?
More than like, I don't. It gave me the option.
Oh, okay.
But more than likely it is actually 11, and I did just definitely choose 10. Sure, why not? Okay, guys, we're starting this credit. You got your commands. We're playing for some crew tune stickers. You're buying me time. That's all you're doing. Thank you so much. And Tony Shark crew tune stickers, nonetheless.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Dope. Tony Shark is a
He's pretty cool, isn't he?
very cool shark.
Yeah. Captain Tony Shark. He's a pilot.
Oh.
Yeah, and
Nice.
he's the more aggressive crew tune.
Really?
Obviously being the shark, yeah. You can, if you can't tell by his teeth, then.
What's my favorite crew tune again? It's the one I blended up to the. Oh, badass Mr. Squid.
Oh yeah, he's badass. That's what he is. He's straight up badass.
He's the best crew tune. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, look, I'm not gonna say he's not. Also, he is. Oh, I've just done the same thing twice, I think.
You have to love all your crew tunes alike, right?
No, but he's in charge.
Oh yeah,
It's
fair,
Mr.
fair.
Squid's. Like, it's Mr. Squid Vault. It's his.
Yep.
He's the first of the crew tunes. It's his roadmap. So I don't blame you for liking the main character.
Fair point. Especially when I got the mythic.
Oh, tickets, you are out, buddy. That's unlucky for you. Beantime Bob taking home the win. GG, bro.
GG's, you were the first one here too, I believe.
Yes, he was actually first in the house.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was trying to download Java Support 1. Look, this is not supposed to be happening. I'm not happy about this.
No, this is somewhat abnormal.
Yeah, goodbye. Just to have fun, like.
Oh, I came in second. Wow.
Yeah, you were nearly the winner, bro.
Oh.
Since you came in second, that is kind of.
I was meant to explode, but I forgot to.
Okay, let me go to. Right on, guys. So we've got Beantime Bob, we got Kaz, and we got Oga. I'll copy that up quick.
Man, this camera placement is making me realize that I'm going balder much faster than I thought.
Oh, dude, why do you think I wear hats? I'm totally bald, bro. Like, I've got hair on the side. I look like what's that dude from South Park that has Mr. Hand? Mr. Garrison.
Oh,
like with
yeah.
the hair on the side. You know?
Bro, I think I've committed to growing my hair out to like Jesus length.
I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, I mean, I've always had a fade, right?
Yeah.
But I haven't had a true haircut since before the pandemic. So, yeah. No, I was like, at this point, I might as well just commit and cut it all off.
Okay, cool. So Oga's just said he just bought Mint 47 Grace. Oga, I'm literally gonna put them in with a Grace and a Mint number. So I'm gonna the winner is who holds that NFT at the end, the Mint number at the end. So that's perfect, bro.
Beantown. No, I'm not. I'm in Canada, in Calgary, actually.
Also, guys, later on tonight I'll be dropping the prize list for tomorrow. Boom. Very excited for it, and yeah, I led the back office of our website. Mocha Twitter, what are you asking? Are you allowed to in the US? Are you allowed to what, bud? I think he's asking you, Prime. Are you allowed
well, he was asking.
Are you allowed to in the US?
Oh, am I allowed into the U.S.? Yes, I am. My wife is American, and I go to the U.S. to visit her family on a regular basis.
But why? Right. Okay. So let's go with. I was trying to get that TXT file. This is the problem. Why am I not getting this? My computer's doing strange things. I don't like it. Right on.
I don't
so
like
we got,
when my computer does strange things either.
Yeah, totally, bro.
Sometimes it just gets really hot and stops working. I find that disquieting.
That's a bit frightening. Okay, so guys, there we go. Now we're gonna get. I'm just gonna get your names up quick with Grace. I'm really not enjoying what's happening with my do you know the bottom toolbar, the start bar? It's not popping up how it's supposed to be. So every time I go for it, it's hidden, which is kind of frustrating.
Oh, we'll do it live, friend. We'll do it live.
Oh, we'll do everything live, yeah.
Need some duct tape, preferably Gorilla brand.
Alrighty. Let's
See if there are any Graces left and how much they are going for.
Oh yeah.
Oops, not Rumble Chain, Rumble Club. Ooh, the floor is 98 wax, bro.
So
and there's only one available.
With myself and BMAC have come up with the decision because we're buying them to collect. If we win, so the option, we wanted to put the choice to the people, right? And the choice is, do we not enter and leave the RNG, leave us out of the RNG completely, or do we enter, and if we win, we put the 500 wax to next week, and that goes to the first place of next week. If we come third or second, that wax prize goes to the wax winner of next week, not the second or third, to the actual winner. So
you're talking about a prize pool that just gets bigger if you win.
Correct. If we win.
Yeah.
So we want to ask the chat if we should enter or not, and if we enter and we win, it takes away from today, but it adds to next week. So it's up to you. It's not our choice. We don't want to make that choice, but we are collecting these NFTs because we want the collection.
I like that you're democratizing them.
And we're buying it. We're buying them from the drop. We're not just minting them ourselves, obviously. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so I got our names, guys. Let's have a little quick see, and we'll start our game. So before we start the game today, I'm going to share a quick image with you, and it's the first of a series. One sec. It's the first of a series, and we are going to... Okay, so here's the first one. This is going to be the background. This is the background for now, for the Rumble Club simulator. And it depicts the scene of where these rounds are taking place. And obviously last week was our first prototype. The image I'm going to share with you now is the beginning of something special. Something that I'm going to share with you guys at the very end.
Ooh, this is exciting. I don't even know what you're doing. Oh, yes, I do. Okay.
Well, do you?
I sort of, yes and no. Yes and no. I mean, to an extent.
Yeah. So, what we have here is Khan telling somebody to finish it. That's all you get. That's all you get, guys. All right, here we go. Rumble Club up and kicking. Are we all there, guys? Are we all here? I hope we are. And let's get it on. Okay, putting the players' names in. For some reason they're not going in, which is kind of frustrating. Bam, bam, bam. I'll pick them up again there and see what happens. So we have 15 minutes of grace. There she is. 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 50, guys. Nice. Okay, and we're gonna have a bounty, and there'll be an extra prize for whoever takes the bounty, whichever mint takes the bounty. So guys, know your mints. I'd love it if you guys could know your mints and let us know what's going on.
Mint 33.
Right on. So bounty, I'm gonna let it randomly select a bounty. So bounty is gonna be on Grace 26. Grace 26, is. I'm actually gonna pull up the template here so I can just follow, so I can maybe call them out if I know the wallets. Oh shit! I need to give Pulp Push his. I still have his Grace. Well, if he were, not 11, the other one of them is mine, one of them is his. I'll call it out now so you guys all know which one it is as well. Big. Okay, so mint 11 is Pulp Push's. And mint 26 is Ronald Koeman. So Ronald Koeman has the bounty is on Ronald Koeman.
Nice.
And guys, are we ready to fight? Are we ready to start? Are we ready to start Big Bang Rumble 2? I love the fact that we're giving away 500 wax a week. It makes me feel great. And think about next year when wax is up 50 cents and climbing higher.
Stake it, folks.
And you're gonna be getting yourself 500 wax, and that's gonna be worth potentially $250, probably more, if wax goes up like I assume it was towards the end of 2021, whereas when it started to go down anyway. But that was peaking up there, 0.96, I think, something close to that was 0.94. That was actually my entry to wax. So when it started going down, I was like, oh, what the hell's going on here? I had no idea, but then I did a bit of research and I kind of know exactly what's up now. Yes, I love. Okay, let's give that to Rubik's, please. Thank you. Cool, enjoy your dessert, sweetheart. Alrighty, so let's get it on. Where's my fight club? Here you are. We're ready to go, guys. I have one thing that I need to do first before we start, of course. And Buzzkin gave it to me. He said, you must do this, Ryan. And guys, also don't forget, we've got the simulator channel in the Big Bang server where we need
Big Bone.
Yeah, in the Big Bone. We've got the Rumble simulator suggestions. So anybody that has suggestions for the simulator or wants to put a line in there, we do have lines going on at the moment. You're more than welcome to drop them in, and we will input. We're gonna pick the best ones and input them, which is pretty cool. Let's do this. Oh, I love adverts. Oh, you guys can't hear this, right? Did you hear that? Or was it through my microphone?
I certainly heard it. But
Okay.
Agent K meant Big Bong, potentially. And thank you for that invitation, Beantown. Yeah, I used to live in the East Coast, in Montreal, actually. But and love to make it down to Boston.
Professional wrestling for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Can you hear that?
Oh yes.
Oh, good.
Are you ready? Wrestling fans, are you ready?
Are you ready, boys and girls?
How much?
And the millions watching around the world.
The million watching around the world. I love it.
Washington, D.C. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to
Round one. Fight.
I so wanted to do it myself.
Grace 34 crushed Grace 38's skull with a powerful swing of a warhammer. Now,
Nice.
I would love to have the names there now. I would love them. Guys, I hope you guys know your mint numbers. I hope you know your mint numbers. You can't see anything? Can you not see the fight? Oh yeah, that's what you're supposed to see, just the fight. Not the advert in the background, because, you know, that's an advert in the background. We're going to pause that. Right on. And fight. I really wish we had the names. So we've got Grace 22 beheaded Grace 37 with a swing of a guillotine blade. Let's go. The words should not be underlined. No, they should not. They're not. Oh, they are underlined on my screen. No, they shouldn't be. They're supposed to be in a different font. So I'm assuming that has kind of played with everything. The fact that I haven't got the right font in. But yes. And fight. So guys, we're going down. We've got Grace 31 neutralizing Grace 24 with lethal injection from a syringe filled with deadly poison. Let's go. Grace 32 dismembered Grace 37 with a chainsaw, leaving a gruesome aftermath. 44 employed a specialized electromagnetic rifle, a pulse rifle, disabling Grace 35 cybernetic systems, leaving them vulnerable to a final fatal strike.
What was the fatal strike undertaken with?
What was the what?
What was the fatal final strike undertaken with?
I can't hear the last word you're saying. Undertaken with?
Yeah. What was the kill? What was the
Oh,
kill?
you'll see at the end. Look at her.
Oh.
Look at her.
I like that bat.
Oh yeah, man. She's a dangerous woman, Grace is.
I didn't want to get on her wrong side.
Incinerated Grace with a flamethrower, reducing them to ashes in seconds. So guys, in the graveyard, so far, mints that are out, 38, 37, 24, 27, 35, 12, 2. Right on. Next, don't worry guys, next one I'll definitely have the names. It's a lot more fun with people's names, I think, because I can call you out for killing each other. 46. Telekinetically crush Grace 41 with their mind, exerting immense gravitational force. I am dead.
I could do that.
Round 9. Grace 21 unleashed bioweapons specifically engineered to target Grace's DNA, resulting in their swift demise. Summoned a swarm of energy projectiles from an alien artifact, obliterating Grace 17 in a cascade of explosive energy. I think I'm still alive. What's your mint, Elsie?
Elsie's 30, I'm 33.
Okay. There we go. Okay, let's fight. There we go. We got 18 shattered Grace's skull with a powerful swing of a mace. Mace swinging. Grace 10 silenced Grace 43 with a single shot from a silenced pistol. Tickets. 48 incinerated 47 with a flamethrower, reducing them to ashes in seconds. You know, guys, there's more than 50 options, and it's chosen that one twice. That's very interesting. With a mighty swing of a warhammer. That's a good one. Grace 22 vaporized Grace 10 with a photon blaster, reducing them to subatomic particles. Goodbye. 1535, guys. 1535. We'll find out the bounty at the end. We'll check out the leaderboard. I'm not sure about clicking the leaderboard yet because I don't want to make this game crash since we're halfway through. I don't know, like, because it was kind of buggy in the start, and I haven't tested it that much this week.
I mean, it's the inherent fragility of a project in design, right?
Yeah, of course. 28. Disintegrated Grace with a blast from a plasma grenade. A blast from a plasma grenade. Nice. Executed Grace with a lethal injection from a syringe filled with deadly toxin. Yeah, B-Max saying no, not yet, so I think he's telling me not to do that. Well, nearly hit reset. Grace, round 18, Grace 39 immobilized 29 with a paralyzing shot from a stun baton, then slit their throat.
What's a baton?
What's a baton? A stun baton.
A baton.
Yeah,
Baton.
a baton.
A baton.
What would you say? How would you pronounce that?
Well, in English I would say baton. In French I would say bâton.
And in English you should just say baton.
When you say honest to God, mate, if you said
Baton.
baton
Yeah,
in
it's
real
a
life,
baton.
I would not know what you were saying.
Yeah, because that just happened.
Oh, yeah, I know. And I needed context to determine.
Yeah, and then slit their throat with a combat knife. You know what that is?
I do.
Yes, let's go fight.
I have several.
Grace 31 pulverized Grace 05 with a devastating strike from a sledgehammer. Again, nice.
Keeps happening.
Yes, Grace 34 executed Grace 04 with lethal injection from a syringe filled with potent neurotoxin. Now we're getting into neurotoxins. I like it.
Pretty dope.
It's spelled correctly. And I nearly had reset again. That was freaking close. Eradicated Grace 41. Oh, Grace 1 with the hail of bullets from a minigun. Guys, Grace 1. Mint 1 is out. Our previous winner is out of the game. Unlucky. But, well, anyway, with that card. And fight. Grace 45 disintegrated Grace 18 with a blast from a plasma cannon. Guys, we have 27 left, 23 in the pot. Grace 23 triggered a hyperdimensional distortion field, causing Grace 34 to phase out of sync with reality and fade away. See ya.
Bye.
Grace 06 cuts off Grace 8's head with a cheese grater. That must have taken a while. Incapacitated Grace with a paralyzing venom injection, then delivered a fatal strike with a dagger. I like your style.
Nice.
It acted like a spider, right? Eradicated Grace with a hail of bullets from a heavy machine gun. No more minigun, we've got machine guns. Neutralized Grace with a precise arrow shot from a composite bow. Eradicated Grace with a hail of bullets from a heavy machine gun, popping out twice. Pretty soon. Oh, unlucky Mocha Twitty, boo. We're down to 22 and 28 up, so we are moving down now. We're getting down closer, guys. And fight.
Exciting.
Grace 11 unleashed a highly advanced AI controlled Bombat with mech that effortlessly crushed Grace 07 with a massive mechanical fists. Oh, when I was trying to show you guys something earlier, is that what you were saying you couldn't see? And I was probably at the game in the way. Is that what happened? Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you guys the next picture that I wanted to show you. I was showing you a series of them earlier. I'm not going to tell you what the situation is with him. I'm going to leave it up to your imagination. And I think it's only right that I do that. And here we go.
I think my Grace might still be in there.
So we got... Finish it, kid. Shut up, freak. So, Grace has obviously got an issue with that there tiger called Khan, but I'm pretty sure they all have issues with each other. Khan is a chimera. She's a Neo-Ludite.
Oh.
And, guys, it's time for the next round.
Oh, you gotta play that other boxing announcer, the one... Do you know the one who goes... It's time!
It's time! Yeah, I do indeed. Grace 42 eradicated Grace 25 with a hail of bullets from a heavy machine gun. This machine gun needs to stop popping up so much. His orange is far too lucky. Imagine he was opening packs. Grace 50 executed Grace 32 with a single precise shot from a sniper rifle. I like the sniper rifle coming into action. Oh, what is this? Grace 21 activated their Cyberdex overclocking mode, allowing them to process information at an extraordinary rate and outmaneuver Grace 14 with a lightning fast precision. I'm guessing that ended their life. Grace 31 beheaded Grace 21 with a swift strike of a katana, severing their head from body. This Rumble's getting hectic, guys. 17 left. Grace 9 / Grace 11. That is pulp push out. Pulp out, buddy. You will still get your NFT. Don't worry. You still have your collector's item. However, you're out of the game. Grace 23 activated their cybernetic implants, unleashing devastating energy surge that overloaded Grace 03's neural network. Game over. Yeah, I'm not neutral anymore. Grace 09. I can be what I want to be. That time has changed. Grace 09 accessed the encrypted control codes of Grace 36's cyberkinetic implants, seizing control and manipulating them to induce self-destruction.
Damn.
Fight. Grace 30, this is round 37, guys. We're getting close. There's 13 rounds away from the end. That's 13 magical rounds from 500 wax for one of you. Grace 42 fired a plasma beam from their wrist-mounted gauntlet, disintegrating Grace 47 on contact. On contact. Time for the next clip. Really, I want to get this out in
I
a
can
certain
redeem
amount of
love
time,
too.
and it's time. Boom. So what we see here, clearly a pissed off tiger.
Dear, please calm yourself.
Yeah, settle down, Tigger. She keeps calling him a different name.
If you had a badass tiger and someone called him Tigger, I think those would be like fighting words.
Yes, yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, Tigger, brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, isn't that one of the characters from I don't
Winnie the
know.
Pooh, yeah, completely.
Yeah,
It's
right.
totally. It's like she's completely burying him there in text. So, let's get back to it.
Secret about me, I never really did children's books as a child.
Ah,
Yeah, it was odd.
I was told them. I didn't read them.
No one read to me.
Well, listen. Some people have their own issues that they have to deal with.
I know, I enjoyed reading. I taught myself how to read. It was great.
Serious, I had no time for it at all, man. I was not a school kid that was like amped at school whatsoever or anything like that. I was not. It was my social ground. Grace 19 deployed a quantum destabilizer, causing Grace 31 to phase out of existence. Phasing out, fight. 11 left, guys. Grace 13 utilized a portable wormhole generator to create a miniature singulatory, putting Grace 46 into gravitational abyss. See ya.
Did you write that?
PMAC.
I like that one.
Grace 42 incinerated Grace with a flamethrower, reducing them to ashes in seconds. We're down to the top 10, guys. Grace
Do you want to list them, maybe?
I have a leaderboard afterwards, I'll show.
Oh, I got you.
But what we could do is start looking at the mint numbers if you wanted.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, so I have...
19.
So then let's do this. Where's the game? Here. Okay. So we've got... $19 is Carlos.
Well, I just meant the mint numbers, but okay.
Yeah, that's the mid number 19. That's Carlos. Mid number 23. Now I want to see who these people are.
Oh, okay.
Not sure. Not sure. Possibility though that it is what I think it could be. No, it's not. Oh wait, hang on. I might know if I look at the picture. No, I don't. I do not. Okay, so how do we enter? Oh, hey Rex, what's up, buddy? Join the Big Bang server. You should join the Big Bang server and follow the Rumble chain and the Rumble Club. And this is how we get it. Yeah, next week Wednesday, as Samir is saying, we'll have a new drop and it'll be ready to go. So, guys, I was already bored of finding out the names. To be honest, I want to get it on. Next round, I promise you're gonna have your names next to here as you did last round. Let's go, fight. 19 is still in. Eliminated 42 with a precise arrow from a longbow. 19 beheaded 9 with a swift strike of a katana. 19 is killing it. 16 sliced 50 with a single shot from a silenced assault rifle.
Is there such a thing?
A silenced assault rifle? Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I use them in Tarkov all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can mod any gun nowadays, bro. Any rifle, I should say, not gun.
Just 3D print it, man.
Grace 13, which I wish was mine, because that's the mint number I love. Telekinetically crushed grade 939 with their mind exerting immense gravitational force. Yes, and that's that. Mint 13 detonated a cluster of C4 explosives, obliterating Grace 16 and devastating blast. You guys, oh good. I thought for a second that you couldn't see the same screen as me, and I was like, really, am I doing that? And let's go. Grace 30, silence Grace 19 with a single shot from a silenced submachine gun. Guys, we have Grace 13, 23, and 30 left. 23, 13, and 30. Mint number 13 is Buzz King.
Ooh.
Mint number 13 is Buzz King. I love that mint number. It's the sexiest mint number.
It really is.
Yeah, 13, 7, and 1. I also like 33. I have the thing about that. I don't know why, but I started to like it. I think it's because
13,
I've been
13, 17, 21, 29.
Oh, for real? Okay,
Yeah, 21, 29 is my grandpa's.
Cool, cool. Okay, so 13, 23. 23, we're gonna go to... Oh, that's the dude that I wasn't sure. I can actually just find out now. Let me just find out. Oh my gosh, do you know my instinct? I just started typing battle in the commands for, as opposed to lookup. It's Chiki Chaka Chaka Loka. Chiki Chaka Chaka Chaka. This person.
This human.
Yes. Chiki Chaka Chaka Chaka. So,
yeah. I can't say that.
well, you are in top 3, bro. So, if you are watching the stream, you're in the line for some wax, be it 50, be it 200, or be it 500. And then the next one was Mint 30, was it? Mint 30 is Elsie. Let's go, Elsie. Let's go.
LFG.
Yeah, yes you are, yes you are. Okay, so guys, we've got Elsie, we've got Chiki Chakalaka, and we've got Buzz King. It was Buzz King, I called that 13, right? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Alright guys, let's go. It's time. Fight. 13 telekinetically crushed Grace 23 with their mind, exerting immense gravitational force. It is Buzz King.
13 wins.
It is Buzz King versus Elsie. Let's go.
2 people I like.
It is Elsie winning. Yes, let's go, Elsie. You can add this to your pot. GG's chick. And this is it. Elsie bought it off the secondary market, guys, for 97 wax. And look at what happened. She won.
Well
look
done.
at this. Congratulations, Elsie. I'm really, really happy for you. That's awesome. That is really cool.
GG's to Buzz King on second place.
Of course, second place, taking home 200 wax and some Univertrix packs. Don't forget, guys, we are sponsored by Univertrix. No, they are not giving us the wax for this. The wax is coming from the ticket sales, but they are giving us the packs, and the packs you will receive at first place LC premium packs. After that, they are the normal packs. But yeah, very excited for you guys. Congratulations, LC. But guys, thank you so much for playing this Rumble. Don't forget, and let me show you who's next week's. Let me show you who is next week's. I'm not giving you any information about it. I'm just going to show you who it is. I don't know if BMAC knows this is what I'm about to do, but it's happening.
You're on the road, so to speak.
As usual. And let me just put it out as usual. Okay. I'm very excited to show you this because it's incredible art. Wait, hang on. No, it's not that. It's not the next one. And I like BMAC, every time he just drops me a new guy, I'm like, oh, what? Look at this. And guys, after we do this, we are going to move along to the second part of the stream, which is focusing on what happened. Sorry, not what happened, but yeah, what happened
I think we should
as well.
say focusing on the OIG election.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what matters more than what happened, I would say.
That is exactly what I'm trying to get at. So guys, here we go. There's your new drop. That's next week. Technical Combat Apex 1011001. He will be joining the Rumble Club next week. The drop will be on Wednesday at 17:15 UTC. He's pretty damn sick, if you ask me, and pretty damn dangerous. I'm not giving any more info out about him, but that's you can't actually see. Let me just remove something that is in the way on the screen, because I want you to get the full picture, right? Header. Oh, there you go. Tactical combat. There we go. Alright guys. I'm gonna put on, let me think what I can put on the background. I'm gonna put a flaring YouTube video on the background with no music. And it's actually, it's a clip of me 12 years ago or something.
What?
Yeah.
What are you doing in it?
I'll show you. Not Agent K, what am I talking about?
But you are Agent K.
Yeah, but I wasn't playing.
We're not Agent K.
In real life, I was never Agent K. It's only
Wait, you're
online.
telling me your real name is not Agent K, Ryan?
I'm not sure, Kevin, but don't go PrimeRogue.
Carry the 0 too.
Ryan and Bodo Flair. Bum, ba-da-da-dum. Okay. Let me turn. Guys, can you tell me, guys? The site is out of date. This application is currently using an outdated version. So many websites give this message when logging in. It really sucks when I go with that bullshit because, and it happened in moon mining as well, and we had told the developers, and they for some reason didn't do it to the mobile version and said that they had and that it was a cache issue, which is obviously not the truth because we're not dealing with stupid people here. You guys know how to clear your cache, and so it was, but I'll say it shouldn't have been on the mobile version. The following day, we had it done by the following day, but we should have had it done previous, and it was very disappointing to see it not being done like that, to be very honest. But yeah, so guys, I just want to know if this music is too loud for you guys, because I want Kevin's voice to be heard clearly, and it's imperative, please. So could somebody give me a shout and tell me how loud is Kevin? Is he sounding good? Kevin, talk.
1 2 1 2 checkity check. How are you all doing today?
Will do. Cool. So music down. Okay. There we go. Hopefully that does it. Hello, King Khan. I like your name. We had Khan fighting last week. It was pretty cool. Not too sure what your exclamation mark playing for, but you know what? Just to keep retention, let's do that. Because I'm shallow like that sometimes. Right, so let's do that. So,
Man,
guys,
I bought a new tracking camera, and it's not tracking me.
turn it on. That is. Oh, I see. It is actually moving. So it's.
Well, I just moved it myself because it just keeps moving back to this like weird.
Yeah, that's
spot.
what I mean, to the same position. Yeah. So, yeah, not sure about that, but yeah, guys, get in there, okay? And Kevin, so. I'm going to start from my perspective, what happened yesterday in the sense of how I saw this, how it came about, and then what happened after that, right? So, that's not the right one. You and I, first guys, I'm going to tell anybody in the chat that doesn't know, myself and Kevin are acquaintances / friends / on the same team in Dahoot, in the space. So, but I'm not
Full
doing,
disclosure.
yeah, but I'm not doing him a favor here.
No.
I called him and said I want to interview you tomorrow. Hang on, I'm gonna turn on my light. It's getting too dark.
I have no idea what Ryan's gonna ask me. I'm now the host.
Yeah. So just yesterday, it was just after I set the announcement for the Rumble.
Your volume's a little messed up.
My volume better now, yeah. Yeah. So thank you.
Better now.
I just before the Rumbles, I put that announcement out. I saw Kevin's clip that he posted on Twitter, which is the one that I shared in the announcement in the Rumble Club today, and I watched it. And like, really, guys, if you haven't watched it, just watch it for the sake of watching it, because there's a lot of controversy that came out because of it. There's a lot of talk going on in the unofficial Wax Hub, unofficial Wax Telegram.
Unofficial Wax Telegram.
Yeah, I didn't mean to get that confused with the Discord, and they are discussing basically what Kevin said, how he came across with it, and attacking his appearance as being the fact that he had sunflower seeds. I laughed my ass off, man. When that stream came on, you're my bro. When that stream came on and I saw that seed in your beard, I was like, oh man, what the freaking hell? So
I am so addicted.
I know, dude.
I actually combed through my beard before coming on.
And I could tell.
You know, I put out an NFT if you go to my collection right now addressing Beardgate.
I
don't know if there's any left.
So, where is the video posted? Oh, in Rumble Comms. It's the Twitter link. Yeah, but it's I'll drop a link to it here. But I don't want them to go watch it now while we're doing this.
That would be counterproductive.
Yeah, so you guys can go grab the link there in the Rumble Comms and Big Bang server. I also dropped it in the lottery in general chat last night or very early this morning. So, I had a beard. It's very hard to keep it free from crumbs and food. Facts. Yeah.
Can I drop the link to the campaign NFTs in the chat, or would that be a conflict of interest?
I don't mind. I don't mind whatsoever.
They're free.
It's your campaign, not mine. If you want to drop something for that, you do your thing. This is like, guys, what I'm also coming to do here is to be somebody that's not taking any sides, and that's why I wanted to make it clear that Kevin's my friend, because I'm not taking his side here. I'm letting him speak, not on his stream, not on a YouTube video, on our stream with you guys there, not specifically his exact community from his exact stream, if you know what I'm saying. And I'm very open-minded, and I'm also learning. So when I watched, I had no interest in voting for the OIG before, and now I do after watching his clip, and he's going to tell us why, and some of it's going to be harsh to hear, some of it's going to sound probably unfair, but the thing is, it goes deeper, and I want to hear from him. And then I also would like, and I invited Kiefer on to the stream, not today, but on a future stream where it's him and myself, and he said he will watch the VOD back on this one, so I'm hoping that he does. So did Ben from NFT Hive. He said he'll try to catch it if he can, and I'm interested to see, because the reason I mentioned those two is because they're the two guys that are talking mainly at the moment in the WAX Telegram, the WAX unofficial Telegram. So I think that and so far what I've read there, it's a little bit childish, and then but I can also see standpoints like this is talking. Kiefer this is his job, right? We're talking about taking someone's job from under their feet, and
I wouldn't characterize it as a job. It's an elected
position. Which is his job. Which is his job,
yes.
right? So,
do you mean in the sense that's
in the sense of this is yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is his job, right? And if I'm not one for taking people's jobs from people. However, reform, from what I heard last night, is something that is needed. It's not necessarily going to happen from changing the OIG people themselves, but this movement that has been caused by the clip that Kevin released yesterday, and by what I'm going to start. Excuse me, Alexia. My love, just calm down. Oh my gosh, it's raining so much. Okay.
Hi, Alexia.
It's cool. Don't worry, baby. Sorry, guys. My little chiseler's coming and shouting about the swimming pool for no reason.
She's adorable, man.
I know, she's adorable. She's so cute, man. I thought, like, I wasn't sure what she was going to say, because she walked in and said, "What the?" I was like, "What the what?"
And she says the craziest stuff sometimes.
And like, she doesn't like obviously swear or anything like that, but when she walked into the room, it goes, "What the?" so loud. I was like, what is she gonna say next? And it was, I don't know, she's looking at something in the swimming pool, so what the hell's in the pool, or whatever she's trying to say. My point is that what I want to get across here today is that we need to, and the OIG needs to listen to these concerns. And I think Kiefer made a kind of a valid point that running, or maybe this election is not the right way to get this message across. I disagree. I think it's 100% the right way to get it across.
I'm deeply troubled. Oops, sorry, go ahead.
But the reason I'm saying that is because it's, and again, just from reading what I've read, this is how you get people to listen and to know what's going on. And I didn't know about what was going on in the set. I knew little things, bits and pieces, of course.
Can I just say something before I lose it?
For sure.
My train of thought.
Yeah.
One of the most paradigmatic or obvious manifestations of why the OIG needs reform, and I say this with the context that Kiefer is a nice man. I've spoken to him. He's very competent. He's done a lot for the WAX community. The fact that the OIG of WAX would attempt to tell other candidates what they can and cannot run on is demonstrative of the degree to which they've captured the institutions and attempted to define the positions beyond the scope of what was originally given to them as a block service provider. Who is one? Yes, you're correct. It's his job, but it's a job he's been elected to, not one that he's been hired for on the basis of any meritocratic selection mechanism. It's an election. It's politics, right? This is an elected position. So the notion that one is taking another's job is a bit fallacious. And you know what? I'm not really here to win. I'm here to talk about issues above everything else.
Correct.
But I'm very troubled by that statement being made, to be quite frank with you.
What I said.
Sorry?
About what I said.
No, what he said about this, not the election not being the appropriate vehicle to bring up these concerns.
Look, I agreed. I like when I read that, I went, oh, but it is. And but the thing is, though, I really am not. And you can go and have a look in my history on this chain. I am not a keyboard warrior. If I have something to say, I'm going to phone you. I'm going to call you and I'm going to talk to you. Like Kevin, you know, I call you whenever the hell I want.
That's generally my approach as well. I hate texting.
And like I when I read the stuff, first of all, the CTS thing that I was telling you about, it's really killing me. So typing a lot of stuff really hurts, and I'm not interested in typing at all. It really does hurt a lot. I really wish I didn't put that Java support thing on my PC earlier from that font. Just keeps giving pop-ups.
Alcie's point in the chat. Yeah. He does live off the wax he makes his OIG, but the notion that it's his job is completely irrelevant to the election. Any candidate for office who's serving full time is doing it as a job.
But what I'm saying is from what I've seen, this person is he's done good things. He's done a hell of a lot of good things, and he
has made immense contributions to the WAX ecosystem. Correct.
So, if there's a way that there could be a body that comes in, perhaps potentially. Sorry for not giving much eye contact, guys. I'm just really concentrating. I want to get this out right how I'm saying it.
Sure.
I think that that if we could get a body that could come up with the election process, which is what you brought up and are going to bring up, I think that that on its own would govern the way that the current people are in there and don't potentially need to change. Because
I'm not sure I understand what you're saying.
What I'm saying is there is a way that a new body potentially could be introduced.
Oh yes,
that will govern
100%.
the OIG. And
yes, and Kiefer and I have talked about this privately, and I feel free discussing this publicly because Kiefer said he'd be willing to issue a joint statement on it with me.
But this is not a joint statement, so be careful.
No, it's not. But the reason I'm willing to talk about it publicly is that he already said to me that he would be willing to. He agrees with me and would be willing to state it publicly. We both believe. He calls it a foundation. I don't know what I would call it, but as it currently stands, one of the fundamental structural issues with the OIG is that it both makes the policy that's used to evaluate the guilds and evaluates the policy.
Of course.
So the idea here, for those who don't know in the chat, that's an immense conflict of interest in terms of institutional theory. I mean, could you imagine a government run like that?
But this is the thing; it's decentralized. Right, we're on a blockchain.
It is decentralized.
So we always have to remember that. Like the reason why they don't give us back the NFTs that the scammer steals because it's decentralized. Yep. So if we got to look at it,
time, at the same time, remember that in the United States, at least, they are awaiting SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, and Supreme Court decisions that are likely to impact the degree of decentralization that's actually possible on a chain. So I think it's incredibly short-sighted to bring up decentralization as a catch-all to kind of preclude any attempts to centralize some governance aspects, because most legal prognosticators have made it pretty clear that regulation is imminent, and we need to be preparing for that, both in terms of Wax as a business and in terms of chain governance.
Okay. Okay. Guys, exclamation point, play if you want it. I just want them to get in. Yeah, go on.
Oh, I should note, though, that although he's on the train, Kiefer did just announce his candidacy.
Okay.
So he hadn't announced yet. So he is now officially running, just for the record.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect him to not.
No, me neither. Yeah. Me neither.
I actually didn't know that Mikey from Waxstyle ran before. I didn't know that.
Man, I wish Mike D was running right now. I would vote for Mike D. I would vote for Mike D in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it was either him or NFT Ben from NFT Hive that said it.
I don't know if Ben from NFT Hive ran.
No. I mean, said it.
Oh no, Kiefer has said it to me.
It was Kiefer. Okay.
Yeah, it was Kiefer who said it, and he's right.
There should be a list of promises and things they intend to. So Kiefer has said that today. Now.
Yeah, he just put it up.
Yeah, I really want to get. I really see what you did, Kevin, yesterday was very good. I'm sorry if even if Wax.io, like if anybody disagrees with me, I completely think what Kevin did yesterday was bang on the money. Regardless of how it was presented, represented, people think about it afterwards. It brought attention to the election, and that is what Alexia, please, my sweetheart, my love, can you go and draw? I don't want to look at the spider. Go draw. Go and draw, my love.
One of the interesting things here, Ryan, is that when you discuss electoral issues with the OIG, two things come up. In the first instance, they'll accuse you of being an outsider protest candidate, or they'll accuse you of being a conspiracy theorist, as we've seen in Wax Unofficial. Those are their default responses. Yeah. So for the people who are currently in the system, the only legitimate way for them to challenge the system is by, and I was shocked when I heard this, they want us to pitch ourselves to the block producers as candidates. Why on earth would we do that? We're there to judge them objectively and independently. The notion that we should be further central, they talk about decentralization also all the while. The entire process by which they attempt to kind of quote unquote socialize candidates is inherently centralized and replete with conflicts of interest. And that's amongst a large list of other things that I don't know if we're going to get into or not. But with the ultimate point being that someone like Kiefer has been on the OIG since the beginning. And he's been involved with Wax since before Wax existed. But what's really changed in terms of governance over that time? Not very much. And what Kiefer's spouting in his campaign stuff right now is basically everything that I'm brought up, and I'm glad to see that I've spurred some debate. Like I said, I don't have any particular interest in winning this position. Yeah. But at the same time, I do think that they decry the notion that we talk about a Wax elite. But if you're in a governance position, you're inherently part of the elite, and to that. This is my point. Not very many people vote in the last election. I wanted to pull up Anders's tool. I don't remember if it was 200 or 300 or 400 wallets, but it was shockingly low. As it currently stands in terms of the weight of the vote that's carried by the block producers, the block producers carry less than 1% of the vote. And many of the block producers actually abstain from voting because they have ethics. Others vote. Writ large, if more ordinary chain users voted in these elections, they could have an actual say. There's no conspiracy here about the elections being rigged. Wax is not a democracy. it's a corporate governance structure, and that is absolutely fine. But if more ordinary users voted, we wouldn't necessarily be stuck with the same candidates election after election.
Yeah,
That's because nobody votes. And finally, if it's okay, the OIG has done nothing to promote increased voting. They had their last electoral cycle in January, and they have not tweeted since January 15th until a few days ago. There's every incentive for them to actually not have people vote.
And that's the reason. Like Kev, this is why I said before, and I said it in their chat today in the Telegram, I said, guys, I wasn't going to vote, but now I'm going to, because I didn't know the stuff that I now know. I had wind of some of it, but I didn't know the in-depth of how they're keeping the inner circle, and I read.
But it's not a conspiracy, though.
Yeah, it's kind of.
They want to accuse us of that, but it's not.
It's a fact. So the guys are what I'm reading there and seeing is picking apart whatever they can to draw attention away from the actual facts of the matter, which is now being brought up in the announcement by Kiefer saying that he's going to do stuff. I haven't seen the announcement yet. Can you link it to me?
Sure.
Where is it?
It's on his Twitter page.
On Twitter, okay.
Yeah, it's he's of course decrying the fact that certain individuals are bringing forth points that I guess he doesn't like. I don't know.
I was hoping you were going to say that are very valid.
They're valid because a lot of them are ones I've brought up, so I would certainly consider them valid.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I was hoping you were going to say that he was saying that the points were valid.
I've only skimmed it since it came on while I was on stream with you. I didn't read it thoroughly.
And have you spoken to Anders?
Not in private, but we've chatted. He's trying to organize some stuff regarding debates, and I said I'm down to talk to anybody. Well,
oh my gosh!
With very limited exceptions, to anybody at any time.
Bear.
Sorry?
I'll be there like a bear watching, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to talk issues with anybody at any time, with very limited exceptions.
Yeah, understand.
As to who I would not go on with.
Oh, I know the who.
No, I mean it's not about that. I'm just saying, I will talk to basically everybody.
Anyone, yeah. At
any time. Alcy in the chat had an interesting comment about.
I'm not sure.
I think candidates have to engage with the BPs, even if it seems contradictory. Nick Kay did a lot of networking with them during the January election, and he probably got most of his support from most of the BPs. That's an interesting comment, and I think that's part of the problem. Because the vote is not mobilized, because WAXP and the OIG, because neither institution has done anything to actually promote voting, candidates have to rely on the block producers. But it shouldn't be the block producers who are voting for their own overseers. That's illogical. That's like convicts voting for their own judges, to use a perhaps strained metaphor. So I mean, I understand what Alcy's saying, but I think that what Alcy's saying is a fundamental element of the problem.
They should not be allowed to vote at all. Yeah.
That's my perspective.
Yeah. Like for me, okay, so the blockchain producers are incredibly important, right? Obviously. The
yes.
producers,
and a lot of them do immensely wonderful work.
Look, in my opinion, the from what I've seen coming out from the WAXP team and from around, besides for this OIG political bullshit that's going on, everything else that I've seen coming out, I've seen really positive changes on WAXP. Like I've seen the wallet get a price put on it of 5 WAXP, which was nice to see, because these bot accounts were making gazillions, and they really are still gazillions of these wallets out there that are bot accounts that were free, and now at least they have to pay. At least they have to pay some WAXP for it, but
even then, if you look at blocks, you can see tranches of 100 accounts being created at once with 5 WAXP.
Yeah, yes indeed. Horrible, isn't it, to see?
But also saying that she's not sure where people are getting that BPs were not the largest participators in the last election. I don't know who's spreading that information, but they most certainly were. Exactly.
They have to be, yeah. Because
Yeah,
I've,
because nobody votes.
I've only understood ever that it's entirely up to them, and then when I found out that the community was voting, I was kind of like, what's the point? Because
I mean, that's how people feel in elections, generally speaking. That's one of the main reasons people don't vote.
but the difference in the elections, normal elections, is your vote counts as one. Here it doesn't. It's your wallet.
100%.
And
But 10,000 wallets can make a
Correct.
dent in 1 million staked wax.
Wouldn't it be nice if there was actually 10,000 wallets, real wallets on Wax? There aren't.
I think there are 10,000 real wallets.
No, there's not. You're in fucking
I think
dreamland,
there's
buddy.
10 to 15.
You're in crazy land.
I might be hideously misinformed and crazy.
Look how many. Do you know how many wallets bought the apes? And let's get. I'm going straight up. The apes was a great idea. I didn't like it at first. I thought it was fucking awful, but it's fantastic. It's been really.
It's been good for the chain.
for the
I don't like
chain.
the art.
Yeah.
I don't like the art of it. I mean, I
Fair.
think it's
Fair.
Yeah,
a
it's been
copy,
great for
right?
the chain.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
been great for the chain, and the environment around the players and around the community has been really vibrant about these apes. Like, think about it. It was 50 wax, sorry, and I bought 7. I sold 1. I made my wax back. I now have 6. I got 45 wax yesterday from having 6 of them.
Nice.
You know what I mean? So like, this is actually in an instant. If you want to, I don't like using ROI because I don't even look at it. But
yeah. I don't do ROI anymore.
I just did, and I've like 7 times my money more.
There's so many independent creators on this chain.
Yeah,
Running the gamut from Byron the Artist, Arts of Clark, Pets of Clark, Snuggles the Rat, pick up Peter Potts and Aquascape Man. So many artists, and are they being served by the current governance structure?
no,
I don't really see how.
No.
And another comment from Alcy though, and fair enough. Alcy says, "Stop saying no one votes. LOL. It's making me super sad. I know only 700 accounts voted last time. The election before that had less than 16 unique votes, and she worked super hard to get people to vote. So kudos to her for that. I mean, that is a tenfold jump. But you know what we want this time? We want another tenfold jump. We want to. Well, I don't think we could get 100-fold jump, but yeah, let's get 10 times more wallets voting. My 2 main goals are to talk about issues and to get more people voting. And you don't have to vote for me. I don't care who you vote for. Just vote.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And that's the thing. Like, I was talking to somebody that they were using as an example. I don't know who this gentleman is, because I'm not a Telegram guy.
Oh, are you talking about the gentleman in their chat who they were praising
Yes.
for having come to talk to them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's this weird logic in there where it's like almost as if you have to like
And look,
go take class from them.
yes, and Kev, like I like, there was a comment made in that room where it's saying that you won't even go in there and ask questions and stuff, and I
won't.
And I want to say, but I also don't want to, because I'm on the fence, and at this point, when I say I'm on the fence, I'm looking at it objectively, and I want to hear the other guy's side first before I make any type of informed decision. And I want one of them on the stream. I want them to come on the stream live.
I would love to debate all of them at any time.
Look,
man.
a debate, I really can't see that happening. If Anders is able to organize a debate with you guys, that's phenomenal. Like I was saying, I'll be there straight away.
It's just
I just
weird.
I can't see.
Oh, no.
I can't see those guys allowing themselves to be put in a situation where they can be challenged live like that.
That's interesting though. Why not? What do they have to hide?
It's
Because
not,
they're
it's
never
not about
have been.
hiding something, bro. It's about losing, and that's the thing. And you don't want to lose face, Kevin. Not you. The guy. If I owned a blockchain,
Yeah.
and if I was like in the positions that these guys are in on a blockchain, I most certainly wouldn't want to lose that position. I most certainly wouldn't want to be made to look embarrassed or feel a certain way in public. That's a fact.
Well, if
that's
they're embarrassed by their own positions, I mean, that's a pretty sad reason for not being willing to debate, isn't it?
Look, I'm not going to comment on that, but I do think that I don't think that debate will happen. That's what I'll say. I just can't see them putting themselves in that position.
Well, I mean, can I say this? I would call on every candidate for the OIG to engage in a full open debate with a moderator Anytime, any place, I'll be there. Happy to. Yeah, I mean, why not, guys? Like, let's talk about the issues. Like, let's stop just doing this via Telegram and bitching about other people's beards and suits. Let's actually talk about issues.
I really can't. That's the thing. I'm not a keyboard warrior. Like when I see big messages coming out to me, just telling me whatever, and I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna have to reply with such a big message? And I just reply going, okay, you know, like I really don't like it, and
I'm not a fan of it either.
Yeah,
I mean,
I can talk, but not, just like even looking at Elsie's comments here, I'm like, I wouldn't even type that much to ask a question or say something. So Elsie's saying it's hard. She's replying to Olga here. Olga's saying, really, you don't want people to vote for you. You should endorse someone else. Oh yes, he is. You should endorse someone else because you could split votes. Okay, like that's a valid point.
And it is, and I'm happy to address it.
Olga, but yeah, okay, you can go for it.
If there's a candidate who's a reformer and who's qualified for the job, I absolutely will endorse them before the end of the election. But at this point, it's just Kiefer and I running. Maybe Danish. What's Danish crypto? I forget what his name is. He might be running. But as of right now, there's no one in this election that I would endorse. But then again, it's only me and Kiefer, so I have nothing against Kiefer.
What are you, Elsie? When you're saying we can 100% get the OIG out because that dude is unkind, what are you talking about?
She's talking about Joseph, another member of the OIG.
Okay.
It's every 6 months there's an OIG election.
Yeah.
And actually, I can't say that because that was told to me in confidence. Yeah. But I can say that Joseph, that candidate whom I've never met, is less liked than the other OIGs, from what I understand.
Okay, now I get it then. People perceive that Kiefer is the leader of the three and is the only one who really gets work done because the others don't engage in conversations.
She's right.
But that's a perception.
But it's a perception. And the question that arises there is, just because someone engages in conversation, does that mean that they're actually a good candidate? Have they ever actually campaigned? Have their campaign promises been followed through on?
Well, this is the thing. I don't think that there's been a necessity for a campaign.
Why not?
I kind of, it feels to me, well, because there wasn't a need for it. And only now.
There have been multiple candidates in the past. Why has no one bothered to campaign? To talk about issues?
Experience, dude. Really, if a lot of people, what I've noticed, a lot of people don't want to get on stream, especially in this like lovely decentralized land that we live in.
I think man, and I think it's so bizarre that there are people running for this office and holding this office that are not fully publicly doxed themselves, self-doxed. I mean, this position holds an immense amount of power.
Yeah.
And they do command what some people perceive to be a good salary.
We did, yeah, I believe so too. Now, I did speak with Zola when Zola was on my stream, and we were talking. Yep. That was when I first started hearing about the OIG.
I was in the chat. We were talking about the OIG. Yeah, that was before the election. I didn't even plan on running at that point.
Yeah, so this was when I first kind of started hearing about it. Was then, and I didn't even know what it was before that, right? So that's in its own. I've been here since 2021. That in its own is a very bad thing, and it shows the fact that it's almost like as if the small creator, and unless you go and specifically hunt and research yourself for this information that you don't even know exists and wouldn't have a clue that is actually there, there. It's like as if it's not.
I mean, I don't want this to sound conspiratorial, but why has WAXP and why has the OIG not promoted voter turnout in the past?
Yeah.
As an institution. I don't know about how it is in Ireland. I don't know how it is in the United States. Well, actually, I do know it's in the United States. Governments at multiple levels promote voting. They want people to vote.
Of course.
There's been zero effort to educate the public about what the OIG is, what it does, and its incredibly wide range of powers. Now, Kiefer and I agree that those powers should be split, or at least he says so, even though he's been there for, 3-4 years without having done anything in that respect. And the OIG acts well beyond the scope of its responsibility. Aside from evaluating block producers, Kiefer does things like create manage events, arrange for travel accommodations for block producers, and that further contributes, and I'm not blaming him for this because he's doing this, I think, because he cares about the Wax ecosystem, but this lack of appropriate infrastructure and checks and balances contributes to a system that has the appearance of being conducive to self-dealing and corruption. Am I saying there's corruption there? I don't know, so I can't say that, but the structure of it is one that's not fit for purpose.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Fair. I think that the structure is it's kind of very much because of the amount of wax that those blockchain producers have, the BPs up the top, the part that they have for their voting power makes us completely insignificant unless we team up together and create a huge revolution, right?
Well,
so,
revolution's a bit
it's a bit
cliche, but
right?
sure.
Yeah, okay. So it kind of is though, right?
Well, it is in I mean, compared to the status quo, is it a revolution? No. Would it be revolutionary? Yes.
Okay.
But you know what it's about? It's about participation and representation.
Okay. Like,
and that's the only way to ensure integrity, in my opinion.
Like so,
there's been all these comments about professionalism. I don't even know if that's a word I've ever used before. Professionalism comes in many forms. And, you know, do I think the OIG handles itself professionally? Based on what I've seen in Wax Unofficial,
I agree.
No.
I agree. I knew you were going to say no, and I totally agree. Just from even what I read today and how, no, it's not like Ben from NFT Hive obviously has some kind of BNS bonnet about you.
that's fine. I mean, he has every right to his opinion, just like every other voter.
Yeah. No, I don't. Again, like, I know that there's history between all these guys. I don't
know any of them, and that's the way it should be.
And I don't either. And I don't. It's not that I don't want to know them. I don't care. I'm too busy, you know. But if these are the guys that are running the system, however, the stuff that I know about the people that I don't want to get involved with, these guys aren't them. There's much worse fish out there than these guys.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah,
now obviously I'm talking about the way that Wax has represented itself in and I think like I see a lot of get better Wax, be better Wax on Twitter, and it's not always the right thing. I think that Wax is often doing the right thing, and but when I say that, it's not necessarily coming from those guys, right? Because they're looking after a different area.
Yep.
So
you know, I'll say this to respond to what Ugo said before. If Mike D was running, I would endorse him right now. Well, I mean, I'd wait to see if there were other candidates, but if Mike D was running, and it was just Mike D, me, and Kiefer, I would obviously endorse Mike D. Draft Mike D.
So is there only one? So there's only one position. What about the other three positions?
One's up in January and the other's up next July.
I see. It goes like that. Okay.
They're staggered, yeah.
I gotcha. And that's actually very smart. So you don't just change the whole thing and then it all fucks out.
Because then you'd have an incredible loss of institutional memory that would be detrimental to governance.
Yeah. Like I'm reading, I'm not right now, but I had read what Kiefer had said, and he makes some very valid points about stuff he's got planned, and then obviously using what you've said, saying to implement like different ways of communicating, right? And
but why has this not been done before, and why should we believe that it'll be done now?
Because look, I agree, but I think a bit of trust goes a long way. You could say, now, how could I trust them? Well,
this is politics.
Yeah, I know. I know. And you know politics better than I do, because when I was growing up, right, I was always told you don't speak about politics, religion, or sex at the dinner table.
Right.
I lost interest in all of those. I lost interest in all of those except sex because of that. So,
I've studied law and politics for 12 years
yes.
at the at the post-secondary level. So, yeah, I have an interest in those topics, to say the least.
Yeah, it's kind of something that I guess bores me, but only because I guess I didn't understand it fully, right? And that was at a younger age. Now that I'm older, I have a lot more interest in it, and with what's going on here and now, I really I want to say, stop touching your microphone, bro. They're gonna say something. They're gonna say something.
I know they're gonna say something.
I'm only joking, though. I'm taking the piss. Let them say that. Yeah, I know, dude. Like,
this thing's a piece of junk. I'm either too tall for it,
or too short,
or it's too short for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, let's make this about microphones. Let's make this about suits. Let's make this about sunflower seeds, because those are the critical issues in this election. Those are the things that need to be addressed, right? I mean, we're not in a situation where we're facing SEC reform. We're not in a situation where technologically inferior chains like Polygon are increasingly getting a large number of games that I would have seen on WAXP. We're not in that situation, right?
Well, just I plan on bridging to Polygon from WAXP because it's for two reasons. Obviously, one is to ensure, and it's a kind of a hard thing to say, but one of them is to ensure the length and longevity of the project, because I know that Polygon is the place to be right now. What is that? Are those your peanuts? Your brand.
Actually, these are terrible. They were at the grocery store. This is not a good brand.
You could send me like the logo, and I could put it on the screen, like just next to your camera here.
I should just have it like.
Oh yeah, there you go. Sunflower.
Right there. Actually, I should put all the bags I have on this shelf right here.
Kevin Dusker, endorsed by Sunny's.
I prefer Ronnie's sunflower seeds, to be honest, but they're not available at the co-op near my house. And I believe in community, so I always shop at the co-op.
Yeah. And
that one of the reasons I'm running in this election is because I believe in community, and I believe that the voice of the community matters. Kiefer is a good man. You know what? I've said this before, and I want to say it again because in case people haven't heard it. From a technical point of view, I am not qualified for this job. I'm a beginner coder. I've been coding for like a couple of months. Technologically, this isn't my gig. But what I would say is that the people who are there right now are not qualified in terms of their ability to understand governance structures, and B, the manner by which they've actually acted in terms of implementing their governance structures historically. It just hasn't been up to par. This lack of communication with the public in a context where an institution is meant to be a public watchdog. It's all about institutional culture. And with Kiefer being the common denominator there since the beginning, he's played an incredibly large, and this is not an attack, but he's played a large role in creating this institutional culture and sustaining it. So I'm kind of curious as to why there hasn't been change until someone brought it up in a manner that disrupted their way of doing things.
Yeah.
It's kind of convenient. And honestly, I don't trust it.
I think you did it at the right time, but
I mean, I think this is a critical time for WAXP and for the blockchain. We're in a transitional period.
Yeah.
We're in the middle of the bear market, but the bull's gonna run.
Yeah.
And I think this chain needs to be reformed before the bull runs. Otherwise, I don't think this chain is gonna last. And I love this chain. This is my chain. Not in the sense that I own it or have any financial interest, but this is my favorite chain, and that's why I'm running for office.
Cool, man. Let's see what Oga's saying here. Would a politician change things that was the reason they got into power? It's like them here in Canada haven't got... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know
exactly,
what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
He's talking about the Trudeau's promise to implement proportional representation should he be elected, and that he never followed up on. I can make one commitment. if I'm elected to this office, I will only serve one term, and I will dedicate my term to reforming the structure of the office, to working with WAXP itself to do that.
That sounds good. And like as you say, you're maybe not the most technical advanced. The other two people would be, and then there's a full team around that, right? It's not just the three of them.
Oh yeah, it's basically just the three of them.
But no, but surely they not talk to Wax.io about things?
I don't know the degree to which they do. I can't speak to that.
I would really hope so.
From what I've understood, they claim there's not enough support from Wax.
Wait a second. What? So the OIG is not getting support from Wax. They're blaming Wax for things?
Well, I was speaking to a member of the OIG about things they do that are outside of the purview of their mandate that I see as embodying potential conflicts of interest. And their explanation for the reason why they do it is that they care about the chain and that Wax as a company won't otherwise do it.
It's a possibility, bro.
Alcy says, I think that kind of scares some of the people in that circle, though, Prime. I see someone mention that you said you wouldn't allow any evaluations until you reform the system. No, that's not what I said. I would certainly participate in the evaluations. I would, however, abstain from evaluating in any category that had not yet been fully operationalized with a reference guide available to the public. I would participate in evaluations on all points that were operationalized. And in the interim, I would spend my time operationalizing these using my statistical training in terms of, just using Logit or OLS regression and multi-level modeling, or even machine learning. I think a lot of this can be automated.
Yeah.
No, we have three people, what are those guys called in the Bible? The three guys who supposedly visited? Yeah.
Oh, the three wise men.
Oh, the wise men, yeah. We have three wise men running the chain.
Oh. Okay. And if they don't get evaluated, then there's a chance of bad actors to be added during that time. Exactly.
Well, that's a structural deficiency that they've allowed to persist for years. So if we want to prevent those bad actors from getting in there long term, we need to fix the system, because we don't know if there are bad actors in there now or not. Because although the evaluations are public in terms of what's posted in the repo, we have no idea of what's going on behind the scenes, because there's no code of ethics for them to follow. This just the fact that this room, Wax Unofficial, exists, where the block producers are chatting to the frickin' OIGs about this and that, what's going on in their DMs? We don't know. I don't think there should be any contact between these parties. That's one of the main things I'm running on as well. And that's what got them triggered, is when I said that.
Well, of course, because they're doing it. But the thing is, right, things are different. It's crypto. It's not centralized. And I think
but it's gonna be.
But 4 years ago, that's not where they were. They were not thinking this when they set everything up. When they made everything, and the setup was there, and the guys have run 4 terms now, or whatever the situation is, and it's all. Fuck, I don't know how new is that.
If they didn't have the foresight to see that the SEC and other governmental entities around the world would attempt to regulate them at some point, I mean, that notion is appalling to me. I mean, everybody knew this was coming from the beginning of crypto's existence.
That would eventually be a thing.
Yeah. Sorry, it's a little cold in here.
Okay, I'm going to read that aloud. Elsie says, the thing with Wax, and Kiefer said this in a stream in January, when the OIG started, Wax handed them guidelines for evaluations and everything, and there is a sense that they can't just completely scrap what they were given as guidelines and create something completely new.
Mm-hmm. And she's right, but if the guidelines are not fit for purpose, the ethical thing to do is either not implement them or resign.
Or go to Wax and change them.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Those
this
are the
is,
three options.
man, like I'm talking to some other developers today, founders today of one of the projects I'm in, and I'm so sick of fucking excuses, really, like but excuses in the sense of oh, this will take so much time and I can't do it now because I don't have time, and we can't do this because we can't do that. And I am really tired of hearing shit like that, because you can do it. Because if you
Those
want
are the
it,
excuses we've been hearing from the OIG for years.
because if you wanted to do it, it would be done, right? So when the when and I'm not calling out the OIG here, because it's every project, every group, every business, everything. The guys that want shit done get shit done. The guys that don't. And the guys that know that things should be done and they do other things, get them done, and don't do the other things done, that's intentional. So
and let's remember that Kiefer and I agree on a point here that matters and that's relevant to that. And that's the creation of the foundation, which I wouldn't call it that, but the entity that could make the guidelines that the OIG would then implement in terms of its evaluations. And I think that speaks to what Alcie's saying in terms of technically the OIG should be completely separate to function.
Separate to function, meaning they shouldn't be allowed to.
There should be a separation of powers, as there is in any proper governance structure.
And there isn't? What do you mean, between the OIG and WAXP, or between OIG and OIG?
Between OIG and OIG.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I think we were talking about this at some point. That I used the metaphor earlier of the prisoners voting for the wardens.
Oh, you did, yeah.
I mean, that might be a little bit too much, but it's like, what's a better metaphor for this? It's like, I don't know. I think that's the best metaphor. The other ones just don't seem to capture the institutional degradation as well as that one. Okay. When I say the prisoners, though, I don't mean to say that they're corrupt.
Of course.
I just mean to say that, I mean, it's the best metaphor, because they are kind of trapped in the system, or so they say. I'd like to see how trapped they are by actually taking the office.
I'd say if anybody new went in there, I really do love WAXP, man. And I don't mean I love receiving WAXP, because I do, but I love WAXP. I love the ecosystem. I love the people. The guys that we have here in the chat, like that are talking to us, Alcy, 420, One Miss You Die. He's a new dude in our community. I'm so stoked he's here. He's a cool guy. There's so many people, bro, and
the WAXP community is wonderful, bro.
I said it in their chat today. I am completely community driven, and it's for me, it's all about the community. But I'm under no illusion whatsoever that devs are equally as important, if not more. However, I didn't say that, but they are equally as important, if not more, because without the devs, we can't make blocks. But without the community, no one's buying shit. So you got a plus, you got a pros and cons, right? And what I said, if you go into that chat and have a look over at Kev, you can see what I said. I said that I used Hoot as an example, saying that each person in the business has their own function and has a vested interest in it, and we don't pay out the money, and that's why we will survive. That's why we can bring a project back from the dead. Because if I was just a dude that had money, a little bit of money, and I was going to pay a developer, I've paid him and now my money's gone, and that's it, it's finished. Now if I need something else, I've got to pay him again, as opposed to just saying, hey bro, fix this, it's your project. You know what I mean? And the dude that they were comparing you to, they weren't comparing you to him, but they were saying that he's doing the right path if somebody was looking for OIG being asking in the government.
I literally just got this on my Twitter. Hive Ben had asked me something earlier, and I asked him if he had a specific question for me, and I literally just got this 6 minutes ago. I have many questions, but it would be easier if you join channels that deal with matters of governance instead of doing these shots from afar. Well, in the first place, I'm not taking shots. I'm talking about issues. If you see it as a shot, then you're probably doing something wrong. In the second instance, I will not join these channels because I will not speak to block producers because it's a conflict of interest. So, no, that would be inappropriate.
It would be going against what he's been saying. straight up. It'll be him
I mean,
going and
they're
doing what he's
literally
told you guys.
I mean, their whole jig is to have me compromise my ethics to fulfill their standards.
Yeah, no.
I'm not running for the benefit of the block producers. I'm running for the benefit of chain users. And this notion that we have to go take class from them is so absurd and so self-interested that I see it as that's corruption in and of itself. They're trying to gatekeep the system by using their power in terms of communication to prevent people from challenging the system unless they're willing to engage with the people they're voting, which would be a conflict of interest. This is an unethical system. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a cartel.
Right. It would make what you have said hypocritical if he, exactly, okay, exactly, that's what we're saying. If he did that, exactly, he would be going against it. I want to, again, Ben did say that in that unofficial wax telegram.
This is all kind of hilarious to me because let's look at it this way. I don't care if I win. I don't need the job. I'll lose money if I take that job. I'm happy to do it. I'm willing to do it. I don't want to get paid in wax and get audited by my government every year because I'm getting paid in crypto. But I care about the health of the chain. And I think that the status quo is untenable. And that's why I'm running for office. And I think that message I got, and I think the fact that I'm being attacked for having a sunflower seed in my beard, for
it's
wearing
funny.
an ill-fitting suit with sweatpants, and what was the other gem they had in there?
Oh, I don't even know, dude.
It was they're all super funny. I made NFTs about all of them, my responses to them, because I believe in humor, and I think humor has power, in any circumstance, but even in the context of politics.
Yeah.
I'm not taking myself too seriously, because I can do a job seriously, but I can also be a human being with a sense of humor. And when I'm confronted with absurdity, which is the case with that frickin' sunflower seed, like that was an absurd situation. It was random. It was 5 o'clock in the morning, and I had some thoughts that I wanted to share. I was eating sunflower seeds as I do, and hey, if that's their main issue in this campaign, I'm willing to run on the basis of sunflower seeds.
Nice. And you know, a lot of kitchens across the planet run on sunflower seed oil.
It's great. It's on sale at Walmart here in Calgary right now.
Next to the chicken.
Actually, the chicken's on sale too. It hasn't been on sale for a while at Safeway, so I actually bought a whole chicken and 24 thighs.
You said you were going to do that, I think, on your stream last night, I think you said, or the last stream.
Thank you, Spitfire. Yeah, I'm not used to this mic, dude, and it's not the best mic. I need to get a better one.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hardcore one, that one. It definitely did not do you favors last night, but
the microphone, that's their other issue.
Yeah, that was
I was talking like this into the microphone.
And then also like this, and then back like this, and like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, to be completely honest, like I don't have much of I stream here. I mean, I love streaming. Streaming's fun. Streaming's how I relax. But we moved here in October. We're not completely unpacked yet. The washing machine is right behind me. The dog has created a nest behind this bookcase where she's a 13-year-old dog that she likes to hang out there, and she's 13 years old, so we let her do what she wants, basically. So yeah, I mean, hey, if they're not happy with my setup, if they're not happy with my mic, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, look, that's not what you're here for. That's not what you were doing. And it's funny. I think, Kevin, I think that you had incredibly valid points. You brought up very good things, and you, by having sunflower seeds in your beard, but with your mic popping up here and there and all that shit, it made it brilliant. And it made, like, you in the start, I was like, geez, Kev, you're coming across a bit eccentric here.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah,
I do indeed.
A little bit eccentric.
Actually, just to say on that particular topic, it was mentioned as well in the Wax Hub that unofficial, that, sorry, not Wax Hub, in the Wax Unofficial, that Oh shit. That.
What was it this time?
Oh no, it was something to do with the seeds.
Oh, it wasn't. I mean, if they have any more grooming issues to bring up, I'd be happy.
Oh no,
to
it was
address-
about your English, right? It was about your literature. So your how you speak, your elocution.
The funny thing is, if they don't think that I can use the word fuck and the word dichotomy in the same sentence, it's just because they don't know me.
There you go. So
I mean, I always speak like this. I always have. I probably always will.
yeah,
I mean, I used to teach university, so I speak a certain way because it's how you know how a programmer speaks a certain way because they're a programmer and that's the way that their train of thought works. Well, I'm a former college professor, university professor, and that's how I speak.
and I'm a former cool guy, and that's why I speak like a cool guy.
Exactly, dude. You're a G, not an OG.
No.
OG is not good.
Well, look, that whole genre that should we call it a genre that we were talking about, the OG slash elite slash. Look, OG is a title of something, unless it is actually a title in the Wax fam. OG is just a title of somebody that's been around for a while, and
you know,
and to give such a cool name to the guys that are, some of those guys are fucking arseholes. Straight up, some of those guys
comment.
are arseholes. I'm
not going to attack anybody in this election on a personal level.
No, this is not someone in the election I'm talking about. I'm talking about some of the OGs. No, I'm not definitely not talking.
Oh yeah,
about
there are
anybody.
tons of arseholes.
I'm
in
definitely
space.
not talking about any of the lads from the OIG right now. I'm not
talking about anybody when I say arseholes.
I am, but. Okay. No, I definitely am, because there are some absolute arseholes out there. One guy that even tried to get me fired from moon mining, like back in the start.
Yeah.
Back in the start.
I mean, like
Like,
I'll name an arsehole. Physics. That guy comes in drunk to people's communities, starts spouting off homophobic and transphobic remarks while I have friends that are fighting on the front in Ukraine that are trans. Fuck him.
okay.
Yeah, there are arseholes in this space, and I'll name one. Yeah.
Okay.
That's my official position.
Okay, I don't know who Physics is, but that's cool.
Probably because he's banned from your Discord, because he probably came in at some point and popped off.
Right, it's possible.
Look at everybody knows him in the chat.
I do. Elsie's mentioned him to me before. Asked me if this is Physics, somebody else, and I was like, no, but I didn't know. There's another guy that's also, it's like Physics, but he's one of Truscas's friends. He's a Portuguese dude. He's pretty cool. But he does not like BDAO one bit. Whenever that comes up, he just goes crazy. Which makes me think it could be the same guy, but it's not, because, no, it's definitely not.
Oh, they were also commenting, I think, about my weight, and that's fine. I mean,
were they?
You know,
I didn't see that.
I think so. That's what I was told. I didn't see it either, but that's what someone in another chat said. I think Kieran said that, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I didn't.
If that's the case,
Elsie says they were, yes. Fuck, that's stupid. Really?
I mean, I probably need to lose about 40 pounds.
Yeah, but that's not their problem.
No. And also, I mean, if that makes me unfit for office,
well, you had a seed in your beard, man. Come on.
Yep, I know.
You're already unfit.
I'd like to be stoned.
Trying to get you off. That's all, Oga. That's all it is, bro. From what I was reading there. And like, again, I'm gonna show you guys. Fuck it.
But you know what? The funny thing is that they think this gets under my skin.
Yeah.
If they think that,
yeah.
I mean, this is fuel.
Oh, B-Man showed it in. I
thrive off of this. They don't know who I am. I don't like conflict, but I'm a conflict-driven individual. If there's a conflict, it'll just motivate me more.
Oh, why is there so many messages, guys? I just want to read this. Like, put so many more in. It's nothing like Atomic Hubs. There's like, man, I wasn't in Atomic Hubs for 2 days, and I went in there this morning, and there was 5,222 messages or something that I had to read.
Damn.
I know. Okay, I wanted to. Okay, so.
Oh my god, my campaign NFTs were all eaten up during the stream. They're all gone.
Nice.
All the mythics.
I cannot stress
You know what?
enough.
I think campaigning with NFTs is cool.
I think I think the fact that you're doing it from a drop is smart. I think if you were dropping them to people's wallets, it would be considered spamming and atomic.
Oh, that's inappropriate. That would be completely inappropriate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So okay, so.
Oh, and also, just Ryan, can I say for the record that I've closed my staking farm for the course of the election because they're under my main collection, so that no one earns token because that would be unethical.
Yeah.
And people have been selling them, so any secondary market sales, and I will match them actually. And there have been some already. It hasn't been much, but I presume there'll be more because people just flip stuff. Will be donated to
Me.
No, not to you. It will be donated to. Sorry, let me pull up the specific name because I actually finally decided.
What is it actually? It's a charity you're giving it to?
Yeah, to the Rocky Mountain Animal Rescue.
Cool.
They take abandoned dogs from First Nations reservations, like people call them Indian reservations, but I hate that term. And they foster them until they can find owners from them. So any secondary market sales will be going to that. Okay. And I'll obviously match it and probably round it up.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Okay, so I don't know where to start here, right? Because I could I don't know, I guess I could start anywhere where they just started digging in.
It's irrelevant. I mean,
it's all irrelevant actually. What's relevant is the comments that are.
Well, let's be clear though. Kiefer has not said anything of that sort. I want to be clear on that.
Of what sort? That you're fat?
Well, he hasn't made any ad hominem attacks.
Jesus, I would hope not. I would hope he's much smarter than that.
No, I just want to say it for the record.
Yeah.
That he has not made an ad hominem attack. He's a moderator in that channel. Has not done anything about it.
He's the owner of the channel.
Yes. So I would say that is somewhat problematic. If he finds that to be acceptable, I don't think he's in any way qualified to be an IG.
It's not acceptable in the community at all to allow stuff like that.
But yeah, no, I wear a 3X tall. Well, 2X tall actually now. I lost a little bit of weight. But I tore up both my knees playing football and hockey, and
that's the end of that.
Put on some weight after that.
Yeah. Okay, so
but it's not like I'm and there'd be nothing wrong with someone weighing 600 pounds, but it's not like I can't walk and weigh 600 pounds. Like I can go for a jog. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any prohibitive size related matter except one related to my microphone.
And man, I laughed my ass off at your microphone yesterday. But listen.
You made a statement a couple of weeks ago that people can say whatever they want in there and shouldn't be banned because okay, I'm not interested in this childish politics bullshit. But if someone owns a room and tolerates that kind of speech, that ableist body shaming, and just derogatory speech, are they fit to be an inspector general? He says he doesn't want to ban anyone. Cool. I don't care about the politics of Burst. Burst is an amazing guy. I'm proud to have a Dinger badge. But that situation is completely removed from this situation, has zero relevance to it. And yeah, if you're going to have a policy where you don't ban anyone, what if someone comes in there and starts saying a certain racial or ethnic group needs to be killed? You're not going to ban them? Yeah. And I'm not comparing that to this, but that kind of a policy is insane.
Oh, he said the size of his mic. Look, I think that I think you're right on that, Kev. I think that
I mean, if you own a chat room, your Discord, you're not going to tolerate certain things because those things, even though you did not say them, if you allow them to stay in their Discord, they're somewhat representative of you. Right?
It's kind of like guilty by association, right?
Yeah.
And
so I would certainly not countenance that in any venue that I was in control of.
Right. 1 sec.
Thank you, by the way, so much, Buzz King, Spitfire, Alcy, Uga, Sherry. Much love to all of you.
What's up, Sherry, buddy? Highest role in the law enforcement agencies. Yeah. So, like, what I want to see come from, I really hope that a debate will happen. This will be phenomenal.
I'm any time of day, any time of night, I'm there.
Yeah.
Unless I have a medical appointment, I'm there. Because it's really hard to get a medical appointment in Canada.
So, what we're calling now for, or asking for, is a debate with yourself, Kiefer, and whom?
Any candidate who runs, we should all just have a debate with a moderator that, hell, the community should choose the moderator.
Anders is going to run, right?
I don't. He might. He's been nominated. I hope he runs.
Yeah.
The more people, the better.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I can find someone to endorse because I don't want this job.
Yeah.
I just think that the current state of affairs is untenable. And you know, I keep telling people why, but then they keep asking me.
And has accepted his nomination. He just hasn't put his bio up.
Yeah, I mean, we've DM'd and we've talked about if he does, we're probably gonna have a stream together. I know that for sure.
Sweet.
Kiefer said he'd go on stream with me. I don't know if he will, but I'd love to do it. In a non-partisan manner, we had agreed, but I don't know if it'll happen. I mean, I'm down anytime, any place.
Yeah.
Happy to talk any issues. I love debating. Man, I really do.
I know.
I've run for office before. I absolutely love. I love policy. I'm a policy wonk.
Serious.
And I'm happy to debate anybody at any time about any issue. And in this case about chain governance, I would love the opportunity. And you know, I would say that as candidates, you have a responsibility to debate your opponents.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think that I want to see the change happen for the specific reason of, and again, I'm going to say it, I'm not saying that I want to see Kiefer out of his position. I want to see change happen.
Yeah, me too.
So
absolutely.
So if they turn around and say, you know what, fuck, actually, you're right about this, and this. Maybe you're wrong about this and that, but yeah, let's do this, and they actually put up a promise and they deliver. Imagine that, because then I'm
not going to trust them though. They've been there for too long for me to trust them.
But it was never put to them. I think it was. Oh, it must have been. Burst has to have. Burst has to have put it to them.
Alcy was freaking trying to whip the vote last election.
Yeah.
But that's not putting it to them, considering that she's in their damn channel.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I don't know what is putting it to them.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I didn't know about any of this until the other stream.
I was lurking in that channel to see what the response to my candidacy would be.
Okay.
And I never thought it would be this juvenile. But then I was talking to a few friends of mine who are devs, and unfortunately, I was told that this is kind of like the tech boys. And unfortunately, it's mostly boys. Women are underrepresented. And that's another thing we need to talk about, is the casual misogyny that's present in this chain and the underrepresentation of women. I'd love to see a woman run for this office.
Yeah.
Or a person of color, a transgendered person. I'd love to see greater representation and diversity in the OIG instead of 3 dudes.
Oh, no, I prefer 3 white men.
Yes, there is a woman who ran for OIG in the beginning.
For real?
When I was looking through the previous electoral, I did not know that. When I was looking through the results from previous elections to kind of get a better idea of the vote distributions in terms of the block producers relative to ordinary users.
Yeah.
I saw that and I was super stoked that a woman had won. I also saw that some guy ran and he only got like 970 votes. 970 wax worth of votes, and you know what? He's my favorite person. Good. Because this guy ran knowing that he wasn't going to get fucking votes,
but he ran.
And he did it anyway because he believed in what he was running for. Because it's not about getting the votes; it's irrelevant. It's about getting your ideas out there.
I hope that she says that the Russian guy from last election. I hope it's not Crypto Enjoyer. But then I was thinking, couldn't possibly.
He might not be my favorite person, but I'm just saying, if someone runs and they get 960 votes, and you know they're still proud of what they've done, that's what matters. Because when you're talking about any political system, and this is not a democracy, but it's sort of a democracy, but not. Participation is what matters
Yeah.
more than anything else, and it's representation that matters. And we want representation that involves integrity, that involves transparency, and that involves communication with the community. Things that have all been lacking for years, not months, years.
Right.
And the common denominator in this situation has been Kiefer. He's the guy who's been there the entire time.
If you're talking about common denominator being a person, the common denominator is actually the WAXP blockchain.
I was about to say that. Yeah.
So his name is Kier Kleinknecht.
Kleinknecht.
Yeah, that means small knight.
Small
perhaps?
knight.
Yeah.
It's night.
Yeah.
Or like little night, something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Not sure if I can post it. Yeah, you can, honey. I think you're. Oh, you're not a mod. You should be a mod. Yeah. I think
Oh,
you're a
here
mod.
they are. Good. I was looking. So I wanted to pull them up. So yeah, Alcy did some incredible work last election. There were 90 plus 246. That's 336 plus 300. 636 plus 64. That would be 700. 702 wallets last election compared to the previous election.
Dude, I just totally raided Elsie as opposed to modding Elsie. I nearly actually hit raid on us, but I did, and I just cancelled it.
But yeah, kudos to Alcy because we went from, I just did the count. Was it 702 or 720? In the July 2022 election, there were 48 voters.
Oh, wow.
And basically it looks like at least half of them, pretty much half of them or more, were block producers or guild members. And now if we move to the most recent election in January, where we have those 700 and some odd wallets, I mean, other than the fact that there's this massive swing for Rakuten from EOS Brazil and from We Can and Bright. I don't even know who that is, but yeah, that was a whale of an election in terms of the wallets. It was still quite a lot of block producers, but there were a lot more ordinary voters. People like, with normal amounts of wax. Like the lowest voter in terms of wax, I'm curious, had... Man, I find this beautiful. Someone with 0.01 wax actually taking the time to vote for Nick. I mean, honestly, that's great to see.
Nick who?
People with 5 wax, 15 wax.
Which Nick?
Ordinary users of the chain, right?
Who's Nick?
Nick Custers. He was a candidate last time around.
Is that Gnome Nick?
Sorry?
Is that Nick Gnome?
Yeah, I believe so.
He's a CM for a lot of older projects. No, it's not. Okay, good. Yeah,
it's not Nick Gnome? Okay, I thought it was.
Okay, good. No. Yeah, let's not confuse that. That's why I wanted to make sure that they're not the same. Okay, grand, Elsie, no problem. No problem.
Man, Nick and Mike were qualified candidates in the last election, I have to say.
Okay. So
I don't know.
And why aren't they running again?
Mike D is starting up a guild.
Okay.
So he can't run.
Conflict of interest, of course. He did mention that, yeah. Elsie, thank you. As soon as you tapped that, I was like, oh, yeah. Okay, and the other dude? Nick?
Nick? I don't know.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you.
All right. So what's next clusters, Elsie?
Say that again?
I'm asking Elsie who Nick Crusters is.
Okay.
Nick K is not running because he's a consultant and he cleared his workload last time and he said it was too much. Fair enough. If it's too much, it's too much. And know your threshold, and if it becomes too much, it's just too much. And I've got to be careful with on this change as well, because I'm doing quite a lot of shit and I need to know my threshold, otherwise I'm going to burn the shit out. And so, Kev, I want to wrap this up in a little short while. So I want you to have your moment. I
don't need a moment.
I do. Well, you do. I want you to say what if you were running for presidency of your country, But you're not. You're running
You know
for the
what PrimeRogue
presidency.
is?
You're running for the for the presidency of the amazing ecosystem that we love. Tell these guys what you think, and that's it. I want to hear it. Tell the fam, and then the floor is open to them for questions to you, and I will not say a fucking word.
Well, I'd like to say that I'm running here on the basis of ideas. I'm not running here to win. I'm running because I want to prompt dialogue and discussion. And I'm running because I believe that, considering the inertia and inaction that's been associated with the OIG over the last years and the structural deficiencies that are inherent to it, it's time for a change. And the time for that change is now. And it doesn't matter which one of the IGs is up for election. Regulation is pending from the SEC in the United States. We're seeing the type of response that the block producers, or some of the block producers, are giving to a candidate that is attempting to engender some type of reform. And I think that's illustrative of the more fundamental problem that's associated with the, let's just say, elite of the wax ecosystem. And when I use the term elite, I mean people who hold positions of power, people who are in the IG and people who are in the block producers. And I can't say with certainty that they're acting in the best interests of the chain. And as a candidate for this office, I commit to only serving one term, to focusing on reform, to not engaging in non-work product dialogue with the block producers, and to fostering dialogue with Wax to ultimately promote the creation of an independent entity, the one kind of like the one Kiefer and I have suggested that would be germane to creating a separation of powers within Wax. So I'm a little distracted because Kiefer just tweeted at me saying his WAM is not allowed to access my collection, but there are no prohibitions on my collection. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is purposeful or not, but it's strange timing.
His WAM is not allowed to access your collection.
Yeah. But I wanted to finish up. Oh, and I also commit to holding, I don't know if it's weekly or bi-weekly town halls with members of the community to discuss issues of chain governance for the entirety of my term. I will.
I know you'd stick to that
stream.
as well.
Anyone would be able to join me, as long as they weren't engaged in any kind of prohibitive hate speech or whatever.
Yeah.
They could literally join me on stream to chat about issues that they see as being relevant to the chain.
Okay.
Will I release an ape derivative while in power? I will not release anything. Thank you, Sherry. But yeah, I don't want this job.
What's up, Encrypted, buddy?
Yo, Encrypted in the house.
Yeah, man. I hope you're keeping well, dude.
I don't want this job, but I feel compelled to run this election. So, yeah.
Okay.
I also really would urge the other candidates to debate
And run a campaign as opposed to just nominating.
I don't care
themselves.
if they run a campaign. I mean,
well,
they
running a campaign
opens
opens conversation, and it opens,
it opens dialogue. But I mean, as we can see right now, all they've done is negative campaigning, is personal attacks. If that's the way they want to run a campaign, they can do it. But I'm not going to sink to their level.
No. I wouldn't expect you to either.
I mean, I'm 3 or 4 days in, and this is already happening. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's just, it shows the immaturity of people on this chain. And people are holding positions of power. And how much do they make? I don't even know what their salary is in terms of wax. 100 and some odd thousand?
150 something K wax a month, I think.
Is that what you expect from someone making that much wax, which is what, $6,000 a month based on the current 4-cent price? It's basically $6K a month USD.
Yeah, look, it's I personally I would be super happy and put as much effort as I can and work my tits off every day for that kind of money, especially given the fact that I do.
Look, I'll be honest with you guys. I don't need. I make more than that right now.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that I sit here every day on the blockchain, not making anything near that, and dealing.
I don't make anything on the blockchain either.
Dealing with the community straight up. Elsie's just put a number in the chat: 1,898,000. What is that per year?
Yeah.
Fuck me sideways.
Chucky, in my view, all of this is a power trip joke. Could you clarify? 76K USD. Yeah, I mean, I hate to brag, but I make much more than that. I'm definitely not doing this for the money. I will take a hit if I take this job, financially speaking, and I'm willing to take the hit.
Does Kevin have a stream schedule, and are they now always going to be on only before the sun comes up? Well,
I don't schedule my streams unless it's an AMA. I pretty much just go on when I feel like it. But if it's an AMA, it's scheduled in advance. Yeah.
ORG makes 72,000 a month.
In wax?
No.
They don't make $72,000 a month.
No, per year. That's per year. Oh no, that's his month.
Yeah, I think she
wax. She's saying wax. Yeah, 72K wax per month.
Wax is right now at current market value, but mind you, the pay scale is prorated to the value of wax. Shit, that's only $3,000 a month.
It's 34K USD. Yeah, not even 3. Yeah. So
you make more money than working in a dental office.
Yeah, I was making way more money than that working in the bars, but at the same time, the pressure is on, right? Like it's not. I wouldn't say it. I would hope that the pressure's on.
Pressure's on who?
On these guys. Like when I was, if I was working for that, like in a position of them, I would. I don't know. I know I'm very busy. I would hope that they're fucking busy.
I think Kiefer keeps pretty busy.
And what about the other two?
Don't know anything about them. Rakkonen's never appeared in public.
Okay.
What was really interesting? Oh my god, look at her! She's so cute. Rakkonen is having a voice public appearance for the first time next week. Apparently, this was planned before, but yeah, interesting coincidence.
Yeah. You see my daughters in the window waving there. 1 wax equals 1 wax, Chucky says.
Yeah, Alcy, that's incorrect information because Kiefer is in the process of redoing the pay scale. The salary of a wax IG is going to be equivalent to the salary of a standby block producer. That's what the actual salary is. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So whatever that amount is whatever. Irrelevant to me.
Yeah. Right, let's get this grubby on, folks. And then we're going to quickly have a little look, see if... But there's Burst streaming. He said he was going to stream.
Yeah, Burst said he was streaming.
It's the Dinger. I think it's the Dinger stream as well today, which is pretty cool. Let's go 31. I really hope... Oh, I'll see one at 500 wax. Good girl. I'll send that to you in a bit, straight after. Well, a little bit after, straight after. I need to sort my daughter out first. She needs to have some TLC before bedtime. Kiefer talked about Rakkonen and Joseph do the same Twitter space wax held this past Wednesday. Oh, what they do in the Twitter space. Okay, cool. I will be joining them on the Twitter space on the 27th or 28th of July. To talk about the games week. Who's this? H. Oh, no way. He's changed his... That's funny. GG's guys. Jericho winning there in first place. And then we've got Rabbit Larry. So Rabbit Larry, you're 12th. But because I called your name, I'll just give you something anyway. And Forest Slayer, you two, and then Raxy. Let's go. Okay, we're going to copy that. I'm going to stick it on the little notepad, and I'm going to find somebody to raid into. Kev, is there anything in the chat that you can see there now that somebody's maybe asking you? I'm not sure.
Let me have another look.
Yeah.
I drive 420 Spitfire. I make about 4K a month cleaning pools. Exactly. When Rakkonen and Joseph doing the Twitter space wax help this past Wednesday. Blah blah blah. I have a Alcy has a question that's very important.
Yes.
Please. Star Wars.
Oh, it must be Star Wars, right?
Empire Strikes Back. best movie made is Empire.
I'm happy to take more of these questions.
I'm gonna go with Star Wars. Yeah.
Empire.
Yeah.
Empire.
Star Wars over
Best,
Star
best,
Trek. Yeah.
best film in the series.
Yeah.
Star Wars, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, Star Trek has its merits, but I mean,
It does. It
it's
stops
just
about
not
there,
comparable.
right?
Not comparable.
So, guys, I want to just quickly show the rest of the people, if you guys are still here, that were in the Rumble Club. If this was the last image that I showed, I want to show you the rest because it's really, really sick.
Yeah.
BMAC has been working very hard on them. We've gone past the part that we needed to talk about stuff. And
It was a fun conversation.
yeah, I think I'd really like the other guys involved, like a debate. It would be really as painstaking as it may be, it's going to be entertaining, and it's going to be
I can guarantee you that any debate I'm in is going to be entertaining.
it's going to bring out some valid points, but from both sides, and that's why I'm really keen to get it on.
And you know what? The other side does have valid points.
Of course, bro.
And you know what? I don't even like to think about it as sides. I think that's a reductionist oppositional view, and I actually think that's the narrative that some of these people in Wax Unofficial are trying to create. This is about sides. Because remember, they talk about conspiracy theorists, outsiders, I forget the other terminology they use, but they're using terminology that is purposefully divisive. Let's move towards terminology that unites us, because together we can change this chain for the better. We can be adaptive, we can be proactive, we can be inclusive, and we can leverage our technological superiority to ensure that we all benefit from this chain in the long term.
Yeah. Agent K, does that reset button have confirmation button dialogue? I was so afraid you were going to hit it. No, it doesn't, dude. And I was so afraid of it as well. I was super afraid. So, guys, what are we seeing here? We got Khan. He's jumping down. His missus has been like, hey, babe, stop. And he's like, I'm doing my thing, man. Here's the next one. I will shred you, he says.
We're going to have the convos they don't want to have firsty. I don't know what those convos are, but I'm up for any convo at any time unless it's with a block producer.
Gotcha. Attention on me, Brada's not Tony. That's quite cool. And I like how his chick's at the back saying, one single claw on her before the matches and you'll get disqualified. See you later. Fair play, he's walking off her.
Oh, and if I could, Ryan, I would like to thank Murtacia and Wax Hispano for their endorsements in this campaign. I very much appreciate it.
Very
and
cool.
I'm grateful for both these communities and their support.
Very cool, indeed. So yeah, we have Khan walking away, and she's actually saying to him, do you realize that she didn't even care what you said? And he's like, yep. Which is kind of concerning, right?
Cesar wants to know what's on the bottom left since I'm covering it.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh, the bottom left. Are you covering it? One sec, let me have a look.
Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Oh my god, that's freaky, dude.
The bottom left, you shouldn't... Oh, okay, it's just it just says, twack crunch. You can't see any action. Just the words, basically. I could make Kev disappear for a second.
Please.
Just to show you. You wanna have some sunflower seeds?
You know what? I have to do this.
You do, get in there, dude. Oh, lovely.
So good.
Careful doesn't fall in your beard there now. Okay, here we go. There we go, guys. There it is. Oh, that was not what was supposed to happen. Why is it not working? What? That's really weird. It's supposed to be making you disappear, and it's not.
Dude, these are so good.
Good. Okay, so guys, here we go. Here's a storyline. Finish it, kid. Shut up, freak. Dear, please calm yourself. Yeah, settle down, Tigger. Rah, Khan. I will shred you if you lay a single claw on her before the match. You will be disqualified. Attention on me, brat ass, not Tony. Gersi in the ring. You didn't realize she didn't even flinch? Yes. Alright, twat crunch. Game over. Here, kitty, kitty. Guys, if you can get the picture, we're making a comic book for you. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be super fun. This is BMAC, bro. This is all BMAC, dude. I'll show you the game as well, encrypted. We've got the Rumble Club. This is the game here. So, guys, these are the winners from first to from first all the way. And I'm just gonna copy this so I have the info. I wonder how to get this away. Let me put this info here, quick. Okay. Nice, 1 to 10. Okay, so then reset. And that's it. So this is it, and the leaderboard comes up nasty. It worked well. Big bang is not a button. So if you hit reset, yeah, it would definitely just reset it straight up. You must add players, you spoon. So yeah, pretty cool indeed. And it works like a boss. And LC1 today.
I already have one in my beard, and it was just.
I see it there. Yeah, and see how it's clear as day. That's how that one was yesterday.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have a monitor going that time.
Bruh, I laughed, man. I put it on. I was like, Kevin, is that actually? And then I thought that better not be rice. And then
my god, rice is even worse.
Yeah, and then I'd say it gets hard in there, like. And then I saw, and I was like, that is a sunflower seed. I could see how it was moving. Going down. I was like, that's a seed.
But yeah, no, I went to 3-day music festivals, and I've had worse stuff than that in my beard.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. Right, let's go see if our dude is on. Nope. BD is
most
on.
importantly, last thing I want to say, Ryan, is people, Waxians, my fellow Waxians, the most important thing is not who you vote for; it's that you vote. So whatever you do, however much stake wax you have, go ahead and vote. Alcy's going to be publicizing it. I'll be publicizing it. I hope the hell the IG is going to be publicizing it, but who knows? We will find out. But vote.
But you gotta vote, yeah. Like I wasn't planning on voting, and now I am. Oh, I actually have this info. Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Block the vote.
Block the vote.
Because in America they had rock the vote.
Yeah,
and they would have rock and roll bands and stuff.
You should vote the block.
But block the vote kind of sounds like the OIG slogan.
That's funny. Oh, it seems like I started another growfish. Damn.
Nope.
So you know what? I'll see. Enter that one quickly, and then I'm gonna start it. So it'll be between you 5 and Rex.
I'm gonna enter it too.
Quick, enter, and I'll
Trying,
just start it.
hype, bro. Sunflower seeds in my hand. There we go.
Nice. Okay, we got a few more looking in. Guys, I'm going to start this one now because I wasn't actually meant to do it. I'm just going to do it. So, good luck.
People love the grubfish, man. Shout out to Chaz and Gaz.
That's my next move. I want to go and chat to them.
I've chatted to them before. They're nice dudes.
About a partnership with the lottery.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I like their stuff. I like the fact that we have backpacks now.
Did you know that Chaz put out a game on Steam that's like $1.29 and really fun?
Okay.
I think it's really important to highlight when members of the Wax community do something that's really dope. And he put out a game on Steam. Let me just check on my other computer here. Called it's just the name is so long, is why I always forget it. I've played it. Oh, Sylvester versus Little Beezy.
Okay.
It's $1.
GG 420.
Yeah, it's $1.29 Canadian.
Okay.
It's super fun, and it shows Chaz's skills.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we should recognize community members that make those kinds of contributions.
For sure. All of you guys will get stickers. Alright, fam. I was looking for somebody to stream onto. There is only BD80. So, Rabbit, do you want to go stream? Rabbit Larry, if you're going live, I'll raid into you. If not, straight to BD.
There's also Cosmic Alien.
I do not know them.
Oh, they're cool.
Huh?
Nice lady. She's
a
a nice
lady?
lady. She does crypto. Yeah. Well,
Does she do
she's an
wax?
alien.
Does she do wax?
Yeah. She's a wax streamer.
Oh. Called Cosmic
Super cool
Alien?
lady. Yeah.
Jeez.
You don't know Alien?
Nope.
She has this whole setup where she's an alien and has like a voice modulator.
Oh. So is she hiding herself?
Well, I don't think for the purposes of hiding. I think it's just her shtick.
Gotcha. Okay, so let me find this person. She's streaming?
Yeah, she has 4 viewers right now. She's Cosmic Alien. It's it's Cosmic with a Z Alien.
Okay.
She's playing big time, I think.
Oh, I saw
But normally she does some wax stuff too.
Dude, I seriously started tapping battle again.
When's Burst going on? I gotta watch Burst today.
He said it would be same. He said it would be it's in the next 30 minutes. It should be Cosmic Alien. Yeah.
Yeah, with a Z.
Yeah. Okay. Hopefully this works. Guys, thanks very much for coming today. I'll deliver all those stickers. Not today, because I'll be lying if I said I'd do it today. It'll be tomorrow probably. And
thank you so much for having me, Ryan.
Oh, you're so welcome, Kevin. Thank you for coming. I'm looking forward to seeing which way this goes. Bucky, welcome, bro. I'm looking forward to seeing which way this goes with the OIG, and I'm looking forward to seeing if one of them will come on my stream.
Is there a bot in your stream? Oh no, that's in Cosmics. Never mind.
Okay. Yeah, I think that that hey, what's up, Quadral? Yeah, let's rate it off. I'm really looking forward to what I was saying. I'm really looking forward to seeing the outcome, and I really hope that one of the current running and new, if there is anybody else, for example, Anders, would like to join me on the stream, and we can have the same chat and discuss the very similar topics to what we discussed today. So Kevin, yeah, thanks very much for coming, dude. It's really appreciated. And yeah, peace out. See you too, fam. See you later. Raiding in.